We're back now with tutorial number 5, and in this one we're going to check out the transformer scratch that sounds like this. And a bonus one just because. Okay, let's go. Good people, what is up? What is happening? If we haven't met before, I'm DJ Shameless. If we have, welcome back to the channel. And today's scratch uses the Crossfader a lot, but don't stress, I'll go through it step by step. It's called the Transformer. And it's named after the 80s Saturday morning cartoon of the same name. Basically, a clever DJ figured out how to mimic the sound when they changed into the robot form. His name was DJ Spinbad, and later on, DJs like Jazzy Jeff took it to the next level. The Transformer scratch is one of the most versatile scratches out there, and you'll probably develop your entire style based on this scratch alone. And at the end of this tutorial, I'll give you pro tips on how to make the scratch your own by coming up with hundreds of different variations by yourself. The second scratch today is called dicing, and it's just a small variation of the Transformer while doing tear patterns on your record hand. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. With the Transformer scratch, there's a few ways I can explain it. The first way being is you move the record slow and the fader fast. So how that breaks down is when the sound is playing, you tap the fader a few times. On the forward, you do a pullback slowly and tap the fader on the way back. So your record hand is moving slower than your fader hand. So when it comes to fader control, what you need to do is rest your thumb on the inside of the crossfader and tap it open with 2 or 3 fingers, whichever is comfortable to you, using your thumb as a spring to push it back to the closed position. So every tap of the fader is going to open the sound as the record is playing. For this example, we're going to do 3 taps forward and 3 taps back. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the 12 o'clock position. Make sure that your sample is pretty long. It goes from the 12 o'clock position to around about the 6 o'clock position. So as the sound is playing, you're going to tap the fader 3 times. With the Transformer, you do it on the forward movement as well as the backward movement. So it goes. There's a few things that would change the sound of a Transformer scratch. The number of times that you open and close the fader, the length of time that you open the fader for before you close it, and how fast or how slow you're moving your record hand. Keep those in mind. So one more time, 3 forward and 3 back. Now when it comes to dicing, all you're doing is transforming over tear patterns. So you're transforming on the fader and you're doing the tear patterns on your record hand. If you're looking to learn how to do tears, I suggest that you go and check my previous tutorials out. I'll link them at the end card or in the video description below. At the intermediate level of transforming, we're just going to get a few patterns going. So instead of just doing the 3 forward and 3 back, we can now do 2 forward, 2 back, 1 forward, 1 back, 2 forward, 1 back, 3 forward, etc., etc. Let's get the metronome going. Let's do a few dicing patterns on the metronome. So with the more advanced transformers, you don't need to stick to the rules of the same number forward and the same number back. You can switch them up and swing them as much as you want. For example, and by adding a few dice patterns in between, it would make your transform pattern sound a bit more defined. Let's do a few of those on the metronome. And that was the transformer scratch and dicing patterns. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for checking it out. I did say I was going to give you pro tips on how to develop your own patterns. Basically what you can do is listen to your favorite song with lyrics and try and recreate the lyric patterns with the Transformer scratch. That way, there's endless amounts of patterns to be made, and because it's some of your favorite songs, they'll be unique to you. Basically, I started using nursery rhymes to get new patterns because I had a baby niece at the time, and those were kind of stuck in my head. So there's no end to the amount of variations that you can do. Just keep practicing, develop your own style, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.